$196.78 million recorded on Wednesday. At the investors and exporters window, the Naira traded between 1,700 and 1,635 Naira against the dollar. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development has unveiled plans for Nigeria's first ever international air show scheduled to take place in Lagos, the country's commercial hub. He announced that the event, organized in collaboration with the private sector, will attract global investors and boost local tourism. Uloma Oyemachi reports.
Nigeria will join the list of major global cities like London, New York, Dubai and Toronto, hosting its inaugural Aviation Airshow.
Increase the skill set in
what he calls a landmark achievement, Minister Festus Keyamo expressed confidence in Nigeria's potential to reshape Africa's aviation landscape. He says Nigeria's aviation sector is already on the path to becoming globally competitive.
It is intended to project Nigeria as the place where the next big things will happen in aviation in Africa. The significant rise in the compliance index, Nigeria's compliance index globally in terms of compliance with the Cape Town Convention, and that has opened up so many windows of opportunities for our local operators in Nigeria.
The minister outlined key objectives for the air show, including strengthening the African Continental Free Trade Area and unlocking new potentials through the single African air transport market. Questions about the infrastructure readiness of the proposed venue were addressed, with assurances given.
We have done a lot of background work in the last 1 year before this announcement. You know, for instance, we have done drafts of agreements back and forth, sent the draft to the Ministry of Justice. We looked at different models of the collaboration. After that, we have also gone to physically look at infrastructure at the Lagos airports. We have looked at the aprons, how big the aprons are, and how many airplanes they can take.
A lot of the policies that are driven within the sector, he's worked on it tirelessly. You know, he talked about the IDERA, he talked about the Cape Town Convention. Never in years have we had it better in the industry with somebody like the Honorable Minister.
The three-day event, scheduled for the first quarter of next year, will feature more than 150 aviation companies from around the world. As said by the minister, Nigeria's first ever international air show promises not just to be a spectacle in Lagos State, but a turning point, one that could redefine the nation's place in global aviation. Uloma Oyemachi, TVC News, Abuja.
Well, joining me to talk more about these new opportunities is the General Secretary of Aviation Roundtable, who is also an aviation analyst, Mr. Olumide Ohunayo. Thank you so much for joining us at this point to have this discussion. Now, let's go straight to talking about the impact of this air show on the Nigerian economy. How do you think this will contribute to its economic growth and development?
Thank you, and good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. I think it's a good one. It's the first ever in Nigeria, and I think I would give kudos to the Honorable Minister and the Presidency for supporting this novel show, aviation show. Well, I never expected it, and though the first time I heard it, I was looking, why Lagos? Because oftentimes when you look at other cities where these shows are held, they're taken away from their busy airports. But I have noticed that for now, it's only Lagos that has a dual runway, and because of that dual runway, you will need to ensure that you don't have any flight disturbance, and your scheduled flights and all the international operations can go on and pursue with the air show. So now the air show is called by virtue of this event, and that's where we are now.
All right, Mr. Ohunayo, because of network, I think we missed a huge part of what you said. But moving on to all of this now, can you hear me?
Are you there?
Yes, we can hear you. Are you okay now?
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right. So I would like you to go back to the question I asked earlier. We missed a huge part of what you said. So please, can you reiterate what you meant by when you talked about the fact that Lagos is the only place that has a dual runway?
Yeah, I mean, with the dual runway or the international operations, domestic operations will still be going on as the air show is on. So now I see the advantage of coming to Lagos because of the runway and the space that is needed. Again, between now and when the show will come up, there will be a lot of development, there will be a lot of revamping of the air side, whereby most of the